What's up, YouTube? Hey, we're gonna get straight into it. This is a nighttime routine that 10x my life, to become the ultimate 10 version of myself, spiritually, mentally, physically, financially. The bank account's looking good. I'm in Bali right now. It's a beautiful day out. It's that simple. But I chose through my actions, through my discipline, through hard work and dedication, through routines. It's that simple. So hopefully you're taking these notes and writing it down so you can actually level up your life and just feel 100% about your life. If you want to, recover quick, wake up with high energy, this video is going to help you out. Trust me right now. It's that simple. First step of sleeping amazing is honestly turning off the TV, turning off your phone, getting off the technology. It's that simple. Because if you're watching YouTube, looking at a blue screen, that's going to mess up your circadian rhythm. And your circadian rhythm is so important to sleep amazing. You don't understand. That's why I wake up and try to get morning sunlight. That's why I try to go watch the sunset at the beach so I can sleep 10 out of a 10 and wake up as a 10. But if you don't have a beach, you can always put your blue light glasses on, like 2 hours to 1 hour before you go to bed. It's gonna block out the blue lights. That's just gonna help you wind down. It's gonna help you relax. It's that simple. So once you turn off all devices, like your laptop, your phone, your TV, now you gotta turn on red lights, because red lights are gonna help you relax. It's gonna relieve stress. Because if you're in a blue light environment, you're not gonna sleep good. You're not going to get 100% of recovery. You're not going to wake up like your ultimate 10 self. It's that simple. So try to get your red lights instead of your blue lights. It's that simple. You can even go to your settings on your laptop and turn on the nighttime mode. That's definitely going to help you out. Or you can do it on your phone too. All that stuff is going to help you out. It's that simple. And then a great thing I like to do is my nighttime gratitude, my nighttime journal, my nighttime reading a book. I usually read the Holy Bible before I go to bed. I read like 2 pages before I go to bed, tap into the Spirit, tap into the Word of God, get the knowledge, and it helps me relax. It helps me find that peace before I go to bed. And then I also do gratitude either in the morning or at nighttime. I write down 10 things that I'm grateful for. You could be grateful for your mom, your dad, the house that you're living in, the food that you eat. All these things are going to get you in that peaceful state, that relaxed peace of mind. And you want to be relaxed before you go to bed. If you're stressed out, you're not going to sleep good. You're not going to have high testosterone. You're going to be a beta male. You're going to be low on T. It's that simple, chat. So try to write down at least 10 things that you're grateful for before you go to bed. This is very important for your overall self and your well-being and your sleep. And then you should also be writing down one thing that you're going to improve on, or write down one goal that you have in mind. I like doing this, I write down money goals that I have, and I just think about it before I go to bed. Or if there's something that I want in my life, I either say it out loud or I write it down. It's going to help me manifest it into my life. So you should always be adding these things into your nighttime routine if you want to become the ultimate 10, because the ultimate 10 is not just about fitness. It's not just about eating clean. It's about your whole lifestyle. It's about becoming the ultimate 10 in every single action that you do. It's that simple. So you got to get your nighttime routine down, locked down. It's that simple. And then you always got to lock in the mission for tomorrow. So you have to be writing down a couple of things that you have on your mind for tomorrow. That could be, your workout. What are you doing for your workout tomorrow? I'm a fitness coach, so I schedule all my workouts for my clients, so they already know what they're going to do the next day, because it's already on the fitness app that I have to help them out to achieve their best self. Even with their meals, I already have the meals set for them to eat. So all they got to do is go to bed, wake up, probably go to their job, and then they have the set routine for the workouts and their meals. So you should be prioritizing important things and writing them down before you go to bed, so you already know what you're going to do It's that simple. And the next step is having an easy access to your clothes. You know, if you're too worried about picking your outfits, bro, you are going to be one of the most slow fuckers in the world, Jeff. That's why I like wearing all black. It's simple. It matches who I am, you know, and it's just easy to put on. Black on black. It's that simple. Just throw it on, and I'm out the crib. I'm to the gym. I'm to the beach. I'm to your girl's house. It's that simple, Jeff. Just take some notes. So you could lay out your clothes or just have a simple, closet of simple stuff. The simpler you are, the more easier life's gonna be. Make a simple nighttime routine. Make a simple eating habit. Make simple workouts to do. You don't need to be confusing yourself on what you need to do with your life. Most of you guys are just looking around, looking at other people, and you don't know what you're doing. It's that simple. I know I'm getting a little off topic, but, the mind's flowing. God's flowing through the vessel. That's what we want. Now you got to wind down. Now you got to slow down the nervous system before you go to bed. I do this every single night. I do breath work and I do deep meditation. And I also have stretching in it too. Meditation is going to calm down the mind. And I'm working on my breathing. I'm connecting with my soul. I'm connecting with my spirit. I'm imagining my goals in my head while I'm meditating. And I'm reflecting on my day and reflecting on what I could have done better. It's that simple. And then stretching out is going to help my muscle growth. It's going to help my soreness. It's going to help me connect with myself. If your body's tense, your mind is going to be tense. And once you have a tense mind, you're not going to be flowing in that flow state. You're not going to sleep good. Your life is going to be a wreck. So now's the best time to change it. Because every situation you're in right now, it comes down to the point where it's all on you. I chose a decision to be here and ball you my abs out, being a full-time entrepreneur. I was the one that was doing the nighttime routines consistently for over 2 years. I was the one doing it. So as long as you're following your steps and you really want to do it that bad, it's going to help you out. It's that simple. And then honestly, if you want some supplements to calm down before you go to bed, you can do that. Like magnesium's a good one. Herbal teas are a good one. It's that simple. And then another side tip that I like doing before I go to bed, I actually listen to meditation music, or I listen to the Holy Bible verses when I'm stretching out, just downloading the Word of God in my mind. It's that simple. And a great thing, as a side tip, is whatever you consume is what's going to come to your reality. So before you go to bed, make sure you're consuming a whole bunch of good stuff. Like if you're a man watching this video, you should be reading books about masculinity, reading books about wealth, reading books about discipline, reading books about spiritual growth. The Way of the Superior Man is a good one. Can't Hurt Me is a good one. Meditations is a good one. Think and Grow Rich is a good one. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a good one. Read that stuff before you go to bed. Get wisdom in your head before you go to bed. And now you're almost ready for bed, right? Now you gotta have a cool room, have a dark room. There should be no lights in the room. Don't be afraid of the dark, bro. That's where you were born. You were born in the dark, And in life, I realized the dark is the most beautiful place. The dark is where you find the light inside you. For the past couple of months, I was in a dark spot in my life. Like, I lost a lot of things. I lost old girl. I lost my car. I lost, a lot of money. I got injured. I lost my health. I lost my friends. But bro, that is the darkest situation I've been in. And that's testing my strength, testing my power. And the fact that I know that I went through all that stuff is just giving me more power, more vision, more opportunities. Because I know I have balls. I know what I've been through. And that confidence is not built by doing fucking workout routines. It's not built by doing fucking meals. It's not built by doing a nighttime routine. It's built from God giving you hard tests in your life. And God's going to give all you guys tests too. So now are you going to man up and take your right hand and grab your balls and figure out what you're going to do with that test? Or are you going to fall short? So make sure you're getting blacked out stuff. Black out your room, And you should definitely be treating your nighttime routine like a workout. Every day you go to bed, You gotta treat it like a workout. You know, do the routine day by day and go to bed consistently to optimize your testosterone and recovery. Because sleep is a superpower. Sleep is where everything heals. You know, so do you really want to become the ultimate 10 version of yourself? And let me know if you're going to try out this nighttime routine. And if you need any help with your fitness, your mindset, and becoming the ultimate 10 version of yourself, DM me 410 on my IG, and I'm going to help you out. I'm going to help you level up to the ultimate 10 version of yourself. We're not playing small this year. You're hiding away from your highest self every day you wake up. How does that make you feel? How does it make you feel going to your shit job and you hate it? Going to your shit job and you know that you can do better. You know, even waking up tired, knowing that you could have slept better if you would have just got off your phone. So hopefully you guys take this video and use it to your advantage. Use it as strength, as knowledge, as an opportunity for you to change your life and grow and evolve into the best version of yourself, chat. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Like and sub for more videos. We're going to keep growing. You know, we're in Bali. It's a blessing from God. And I'm just throwing blessings to you. You know, you can make this happen. You can make this dream life come to your reality. I'm about 20 years old, but I expect myself to be a full-time entrepreneur, living in Bali, financial freedom. You know, it would blow my mind over 2 years ago that I told myself I've done that. You know, it would blow my mind. But that little version of myself had a vision. And it started from a YouTube video. So hopefully I can spark a flame in you to change your life and to take this opportunity and to grow. Because you can make all this happen if you decide to. It's that simple. Chat, love you guys, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.